Hello YouTube! Today we're going to talk about Mirai Nagasu, and she's one of my favourite figure skaters. Probably after Yuna Kim, she's maybe number 2, second favourite. She's an American skater and she's 16 years old, and she's got kind of like a certain amount of fame about her. Well, in 2008 she became the US national champion, and the only person who's younger than her ever to win the US national championships was Tara Lipinski. So Mirai shot to fame in 2008. However, between 2008 and 2009 she got like a growth spurt, and kind of being at senior events kind of shook her a bit, and in 2009 she completely lost her title, and it was kind of, she was crying on the ice, and if you go look at videos it's just awful to see what happened to her in 2009. 2009 was just the worst year for Mirai ever. Now in 2010, the season just gone, she came back and she was just explosive and beautiful. And everyone thought she'd won the US National Championships. Everyone thought she'd won. Right in the last minute, the judges revealed that she'd under-rotated a lot of her jumps. That means she'd done revolutions, but not enough of them in the air, and she'd actually finished the rest of the revolutions with her boot on the ice, and that's not allowed. And they deducted points, and she lost to Rachel Flat. So in the last 3 years, she's been US National Champ, down to 5th, and then back to 2nd, which really should have been 1st. Now, her coach is Frank Carroll, who was Michelle Kwan's coach for a very long time. Frank Carroll is like in his 70s and Mirai is only 16. So when you see the two of them together, it's kind of weird. But it's okay. Now the season that's just gone, basically Mirai had one of the best seasons of her life. So she came 2nd in the US National Championships. She came 4th in the Olympics, which was huge because the US were pretty much like throwing up their hands and saying, we've nobody to win medals anymore. She didn't win a medal, but she got a lot of international acclaim and recognition, and you know, there was talk that Joanie Rochette and the whole thing with her mum, nobody wanted to be the skater to take the bronze away from Joanie Rochette, if you get my drift. So Mirai seems quite happy with her 4th place, and I think it'll stand to her very well. Since Mirai means future in Japanese, she's always saying that she's the future of the sport. And a lot of the commentators, when she finished a lot of her programs during the last season, were saying, you know, the future is now, you're the skater of the moment, especially in the US. They're not saying that about the national champion, Rachel Flat. Mirai didn't have a good Grand Prix season last year. She came 5th and 4th in her events. But at Worlds, she bet Mao Asada in the short program. She became, you know, bet Mao Asada, Mirai Nagasu. At the Worlds, Mirai ended up in 7th. And if you watch the interviews she gave afterwards, she was just devastated. Mirai is most known for her spins. She often gets level 4 on her spins, and they're just incredible. As Scott Hamilton said, they go like a top, and they can seem like they can go on forever, and that her spine is just made of rubber, and there's just limbs and boots everywhere. But you know what? It's just so elegant to watch her spin. They're up there with Caroline Zhang, and I think she's maybe the best spinner at the moment. Her spirals maybe aren't as good, although in my heart nothing is ever as good as Michelle Kwan's change of edge spiral. Other quick bits and bobs about Mirai is that in 2009 for the World Championships, she didn't skate in them, but she actually did commentary in Japan on those events. And also she's got a terrible habit of saying the wrong thing. Her mouth is like, she's got this beautiful smile, she's gorgeous. But when she opens her mouth, some things come out that you want to go, don't stop talking. We're so used to figure skaters like being so diplomatic and so, you know, Michelle Kwan really springs to mind that after figure skating she went into international diplomatic relations. She's that kind of poised, and even when she was giving commentary at, like, I think was it Worlds or the Olympics or something, she was just really nice to everybody. She wasn't as scathing as some of the other people can be. So looking forward to next season, 2010-2011. She's been assigned to the Trophy Eric Pompard. Now, her main competition there will be Alyssa Sisney and Mao Asada. She's already beaten these two ladies before, but I have a feeling that Alyssa Sisney will come back stronger this season. I really hope so. She's gorgeous. And Mao will definitely come back stronger. You mark my words on that. In the upcoming Grand Prix season, I think Mirai's going to have a problem in the Cup of China. She's up against a whole host of big names there. And there's not only herself. There's Yuna, there's Miki Ando, there's Akiko Suzuki. So we don't know how she'll do. Now, regarding music choices for next year, Mirai's music choices are revealed. Show programme is going to be Liszt, the classical guy. And her LP will be something along the lines of Witches of Eastwick, which is very interesting. We must have a gander around on YouTube and see what they're like. So really looking forward. I just want to say, go Mirai. We're really rooting for you. You know, hopefully 2010, 2011, it's not an Olympic year, but I think you're really going to shine in this season. And I think under the tutelage of Frank Card, she's really going to become polished. And the experience of being at the Olympics and Worlds and the confidence of beating Mao, I think just a lot of things are lining up at the moment in her favour. So, is she the future? Definitely. And I'm really looking forward to what she's going to do. Guys, what do you think? Definitely Mirai. Will she end up in the Grand Prix final? Definitely. I hope so. Last season, 4th and 5th. You can do better than that, Mirai. So get in contact and let me know what you think of Mirai's hopes for the season ahead. Guys, I'm dealing with a cold, so just don't mind me here. I'm croaky.